Have you ever wondered why some tasks ignite a fire within you, while others leave you cold? Welcome, dear seekers of knowledge, to a journey into the fascinating labyrinth of human motivation. Let's unravel this enigma together, shall we? Motivation, that elusive spark, is a force that propels us, fuels our actions and shapes our lives. It's that unseen hand that guides our decisions, from the mundane to the monumental. In the realm of personal growth, it's our steadfast companion spurring us on to chase dreams and conquer challenges. In the world of work, it's the invisible engine that drives productivity, fosters innovation, and fuels success. But what exactly is this potent force? How does it work? And more importantly, how can we harness it to our advantage? To answer these questions, we must delve into the rich tapestry of psychological theories that explore the dynamics of motivation. Today we'll focus on two such theories: Maslow's hierarchy of needs and the self-determination theory. Abraham Maslow, a pioneering psychologist, proposed a theory suggesting that our motivations are shaped by a hierarchy of needs, a pyramid, if you will. At the base are our most basic physiological needs, and at the pinnacle, our quest for self-actualization. On the other hand, the self-determination theory posits that our motivation springs from three innate needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. It's a theory that explores how our motivation can be either self-directed or influenced by external factors. As we delve deeper into these theories, we'll explore how they intersect, diverge, and ultimately illuminate the complex landscape of human motivation. Remember, dear listener, every theory we explore, every concept we unravel, is a stepping stone towards a deeper understanding of ourselves. For in the end, understanding what truly drives us can be a game changer. So let's embark on this journey together, shall we? Let's unravel the puzzle of motivation, one piece at a time. And Abraham Maslow proposed a theory that we are motivated by a series of 5 needs, which we strive to fulfill in a certain order. Imagine, if you will, a pyramid. At the base of this pyramid are our most fundamental physiological needs. These are the essentials that keep us alive. We're talking about things like food, water, warmth, and rest. When we're hungry or tired, it's difficult to focus on anything else, isn't it? Once these physiological needs are taken care of, we then seek safety. This is the second level of the pyramid. Now, safety doesn't just refer to physical safety from harm. It also encompasses financial security and health and well-being. Imagine having a stable job that pays the bills, a roof over your head, and feeling healthy. That's what we're talking about here. The third level of Maslow's hierarchy is all about love and belonging. We're social creatures, after all. We crave connections with others, friendships, and a sense of belonging. Picture those heartwarming moments with friends and family where you feel loved and accepted. That's what this level represents. Moving up the pyramid, we come to the fourth level: esteem. Esteem is about respect, self-esteem, status, and recognition. It's about feeling valued and appreciated for who we are and what we do. Imagine receiving a well-deserved promotion at work or being praised for your talents. That's the esteem need. At the very top of the pyramid, we find self-actualization. This is the desire to become the most that one can be, to tap into our full potential and truly realize our capabilities. Picture yourself mastering a skill you're passionate about or achieving a long-held dream. That's self-actualization. And there you have it, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's important to remember that this hierarchy is not a rigid ladder, but more of a fluid progression. It's possible to be working on different levels at the same time, but typically the satisfaction of the lower level needs paves the way for us to strive for the higher level needs. It is a journey moving up this pyramid, a journey driven by our innate need to fulfill these levels. The self-determination theory takes a different approach. It suggests that we are driven by our need for growth, connection, and autonomy. Now let's delve deeper into these 3 core elements: competence, relatedness, and autonomy, and how they shape our motivation. First up, competence. Imagine, if you will, a violinist. She spends countless hours practicing scales, studying music theory, and rehearsing pieces. Why? Because she wants to master her craft. She seeks to be competent. This drive for mastery, for competence, fuels her motivation to endure the long hours of practice. It's not just about the applause or the accolades, it's the satisfaction of knowing she's improved. She's become better. Next, we have relatedness. Picture a group of friends playing football in a park. They're not professional athletes, they're not even playing for a trophy. So what's their motivation? It's the sense of connection, of belonging, the camaraderie, the shared laughter, the collective triumphs, and even the shared defeat. They play for the joy of being part of something, for the sense of relatedness. Finally, we come to autonomy. Imagine a novelist sitting alone, weaving tales out of nothingness. There's no boss to report to, no deadlines to meet, except the ones he sets for himself. He writes because he wants to, because he loves to. This is autonomy. The freedom to pursue what one loves, what one finds meaningful. It's a powerful motivator, often driving people to create, to innovate, to push boundaries. Each of these elements, competence, relatedness, and autonomy, play a pivotal role in our motivation. They are not just abstract concepts, but real, tangible needs that we all have. They shape our actions, our decisions, and even our emotions. When these needs are met, we feel motivated, productive, and happy. But what happens when they're not? There are two types of motivation: intrinsic, which comes from within, and extrinsic, which comes from outside rewards or punishments. Imagine this: you're working on a project. It's challenging, but you're engrossed in it. You feel a sense of enjoyment and accomplishment. This is intrinsic motivation. It's the internal drive that pushes you to do something for the sheer joy of it, or because it aligns with your values or personal goals. Intrinsic motivation can be powerful. It's linked with deep learning, creativity, and long-term perseverance. But what if you're working on the same project, not because you enjoy it, but because you want the bonus your boss promised? That's extrinsic motivation. It comes from rewards like money, grades, praise, or even the fear of punishment. It can be effective in the short term. Need to hit a deadline or get through a mundane task? Extrinsic motivation can come to your rescue. However, it's not all sunshine and roses. There are downsides to consider. Intrinsic motivation, although powerful, can be hard to sustain. What happens when the novelty fades or the task becomes too difficult? That's when motivation can wane. And relying too much on extrinsic motivation, that can lead to a lack of interest in the task itself. The motivation becomes about the reward, not the work. What's more, extrinsic rewards can sometimes undermine intrinsic motivation, a phenomenon known as the over-justification effect. If you're paid to do something you love, you might start to see it as a job rather than a passion, sapping your intrinsic motivation. So how do these insights help us? Well, it's about balance. Leverage extrinsic motivation for tasks that are necessary but not inherently enjoyable. And for tasks that spark your interest, let intrinsic motivation guide you. Foster it by setting personal goals, seeking out challenges, and finding joy in the process. Understanding the type of motivation driving us can help us harness it to our advantage. After all, motivation is a key ingredient in the recipe for success, and knowing how to stir it up can make all the difference. So how can we use these theories to increase our motivation? Let's start by acknowledging that motivation isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. Drawing from Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we can recognize that our motivations are deeply interconnected with our basic needs. To increase our motivation, we first need to ensure that our basic physiological needs are met. This includes adequate sleep, nutrition, and physical well-being. Once these needs are fulfilled, we can then focus on satisfying our need for safety, belonging, esteem, and eventually self-actualization. Next, let's consider the self-determination theory. This theory emphasizes the importance of autonomy, competence, and relatedness in our motivation. To enhance our motivation, we should strive to maintain autonomy in our actions. When we feel in control, we're more likely to stay motivated. Similarly, developing our competence or skills in a certain area can boost our confidence and motivation. Now, let's not forget the concept of intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. If we find ourselves solely motivated by external rewards or approval, it may be time to reflect on what truly interests us. Cultivating our intrinsic motivation, doing something because we genuinely enjoy it or find it meaningful, can lead to more sustainable motivation. Furthermore, setting achievable goals can also boost our motivation. Goals give us a clear direction and a sense of purpose. They make our tasks seem less daunting and more manageable. But remember, goals should be realistic and flexible. They should serve as guides, not rigid rules. Finally, it's important to remember that it's okay to have fluctuations in motivation. We're humans, not machines. There will be days when we feel highly motivated, and there will be others when our motivation might dwindle. It's essential to be patient with ourselves during these times, and remember that it's all part of the process. By understanding what drives us, we can tap into our deepest sources of motivation and unlock our full potential.